All right, good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
All right, so we have a quorum of students because this class is almost, I think it's over 40 students now, and the quorum has to be 50%. Is there anyone who's new? I get the feeling that the class keeps growing. No? Okay. Could be that some persons have logged into 2 different devices. All right, so today we are supposed to present, I'm almost sure, we're supposed to present your topic sentences. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So I usually go from the top. So let's stop calling the names at the top and start from the other end of the participants list. And please don't waste our time if you haven't done the work. Don't waste our times, okay? Don't waste our time. Tony and Thousand and group and members. So go ahead for me. And you're going to help me, guys, to see if everything is okay. All right. All right. So this is okay. This is good. Everything is okay. Thank you. All right, that was quick and fast. I hope everyone else is like that. Tanisha Gale, go ahead. Tanisha Gale and group members. All right, go from the scroll from the top for me, please. Let me just go to just to make sure that everything's okay. All right, let me go to scroll down a little to the thesis. All right, so just tweaking, you can't have a capital letter in the middle of a sentence. You have a, do you realize you have a capital letter after parenting? Why did you stop sharing? I don't understand.
No, sorry, sir. At work, so it's kind of difficult.
All of these logistical issues should be worked out with your members.
Well, everyone said that they're on the road and they won't be getting in until late, so I'm the only one that's left. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. The constant discrimination against same-sex parenting. So the thesis needs a little tweaking. I would say facing constant discrimination.
Okay.
So I would just say facing constant discrimination. So that is one of the challenges associated. So that's how I would put it in the thesis as well, instead of this very long.
Okay, sir.
Right. And the other part could be experiencing acts of violence towards children from gay homes.
Okay.
And the final one is the inability. So, and the inability to access healthcare services. Because remember, each has to be phrased as a challenge.
Right.
It has to be phrased as a challenge. All right, so you just need to tweak what you have. Is another. Scroll down, let me see the last one. Right. So just tweak it according to my recommendations and you're good to go.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right.
You can't ignore them. No, actually.
All right. Mute your mics, please. Chantal Miller.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. All right, so Leroy is sharing. So I assume Leroy is in your group. All right, effects of lottery scamming. So how is the narrow topic a question and the question is a question? I don't understand. Do you realize that group members? Why the narrow topic ends with a question mark? Okay, effects of lottery scamming in Jamaica's tourism. Take off the full stop, sir.
After tourism, Leroy.
Do nothing else, sir. You're okay. So let me just look at the thesis now. So tourists should be plural. Without an S, it is singular. All right, so the thesis needs revision. I think the subclaims are a little bit not, the phrasing is off. That's what the issue is. The phrasing is off. So you could say, for example, endangering the public safety of tourists. Do not correct it now. I'm just talking so your group members can take notes. I'm not understanding the second subclaim, an economical strain on the tourism sector. Can you explain the second one for me? The second subclaim, what are you trying to talk about? I'm listening, guys. Can you explain the second subclaim to me?
Sir, basically we wanted to say that because the country is being red flagged, it's putting an economical strain on the tourism sector, meaning that guests are not coming in as frequent because they are warned against coming to Jamaica because we are red flagged by some countries.
Right. And I agree with that point. It's just the phrasing.
Okay.
Right, it's just the phrasing. Give me 1 sec. I'm sorry about that. All right, so I was saying, for example, that endangering the public safety of tourists, the phrasing of the second one on economical strain in the tourism sector. How would you say this now? All right, what about the third one? I wasn't getting the third one. And you said the interrelationship with other countries. I don't understand the third one.
So with the third one, it would be speaking about the country getting like investors and other persons to come in and invest in our country. So the relationship like with Jamaica and America, to some extent, scamming has put a strain on it.
Okay. So you could say something like decreasing potential foreign direct investment or decreasing foreign direct investment. I'm careful with the word, decreasing potential foreign direct investment. So that could be the last one. I'm not sure. Let me think about the third one. But I see that you guys are thinking, and this is why I'm helping you, because once I see students are thinking and they're heading in the right direction, they just need a little help in terms of fleshing out this stuff. All right. So the second one, I think I'll eventually think about it. And if it is that you're looking at Jamaica's tourism sector and you're having a challenge, because when the other part of what you're going to do for me, and this is for everybody, you know, you're going to find at least one source per topic sentence. So it has to be a different type of source, all right? That's the other part, but we're not there yet. We have to go through everybody's work first, and then we get to that stage, all right? So just make the corrections and continue to think about the second subclaim to see how best you can phrase it, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks, guys. I really like this class. The other class is not as quick. You guys are really quick. All right, Sherry-Ann, sorry, Bartley, go ahead.
Sir Tony and Townsend would have shared.
Okay, all right. Tanisha Gale. Tanisha Gale. I'm not sure why she's not responding, but moving on. Chantal Miller. Chantal Miller.
So we just presented.
Okay, no probs. Shannon Melbourne. Shannon Melbourne. All right, let's see what you have. All right, so effects of flattery scamming on Jamaica's reputation. And I think I commented on this one as well. So remove the full stop at the end of reputation in the narrow topic. There should be no punctuation mark at the end in the narrow topic, all right? Scamming on Jamaica's reputation. How does flattery scamming affects Jamaica's reputation? There are various ways flattery scamming affects Jamaica. Discouraging foreign direct investments, financing illegal activities that fuel violence, and changing persons' perspective of Jamaica are various ways flattery scamming affects Jamaica. So various should not begin with a capital letter. Relatively okay, I think. I don't know about the last one, and changing persons' perception of Jamaica. That part is a little bit tricky, but for the financing illegal activities, I would take off that fuel violence. I would take that part off because that probably can come when later when you want to develop it. So I would take that part off in the thesis as well as in the topic sentence. So take off that part about that fuel violence. So just say financing rights and take it out of the thesis as well. Yes. All right, so discouraging finance is one way, it's another way, changing principles during that's a final way. All right, the only issue I'm having with this is the final one about changing person's perspective. And it should be apostrophe as well. And this is not that actually the word is not correctly. So in the third topic sentence, you have perceptive. No, it's spelled correctly in the thesis, but it's incorrectly spelled in the topic sentence. You have perceptive in the topic sentence. And persons should be apostrophe. Should it be outside or inside? Should it be outside or inside? All right, you're not answering, so I don't know. All right.
My mic was muted. I'm sorry. It
Yeah,
should
but
be
you have
on the
group,
outside.
right? And you have group members and there are other persons in the class as well. You're supposed
Oh,
to
they're
respond.
not here as yet. My group members are not here as yet.
All right. So the apostrophe exists only in one place. Should it be elsewhere? Okay, so Danisha says her group has shared already. All right, so let's work with this for now. All right, thanks, guys. Where am I? Shanika Thompson. Shanika Thompson. Shanika Thompson. All right, I'm not wasting time. Sasha Gay Smith Lee. Sasha Gay Smith Lee.
Sir, I am driving. I'm
Sir,
not
I
sure
will
if
be
anybody
sharing.
else is there.
Okay, all right. So share for me, right? So that's what I'm saying. You guys need to work out the logistical issues. You know, some people work, they're coming from work and so forth. So just have somebody designated to share, all right? So the person who's sharing, when I call the name, it doesn't mean that I'm talking about only the person. I'm talking about the group because I'm calling the names based on the participant list. So if you're in the group with the person and you're responsible to share, yes?
Excuse me, for you're seeing it?
Yes, scroll up a little for me so I can see what's happening. Because I can't see the, right. All right. So parenting in the 21st century, the effects of social media. Yes, I remember this one. What are some of the effects? It can't be that social media. It has to be off social. So you said, what are some of the, hold on. The effects of social media. What are some of the effects that social media? No, it has to be, what are some of the effects of social media on parenting? I don't know why you know that. That's not where I tell you to correct, you know. What are some of the effects of social media on parenting in the 21st century? And it means that you need to go correct everything throughout the entire thing. Once you change the wording, it means that the wording in the other things have to be changed as well. Can you correct your question for me, please? It's still not correct. What are some of the effects of social media on parenting in the 21st century? That's your question. Guys, help her for me, please.
It should be off after effects.
Guys, I'm not hearing you. You're breaking up.
Where effects you should have off.
Off.
Yeah,
Social media. What are some of
What are some of the effects of social media on that that on should be off. The first on in front of social.
I'm not hearing
What
you guys
are
are breaking
some
up.
of the effects of in front of social media?
Of social media.
Any
What
question?
else?
No, but she corrected it. What are some of the effects of social media on parenting in the USA?
Is the answer correct? Please go through it now and help her to see if everything, because if she made corrections to the question, it means that probably the answer.
Yeah, so you need to change the off again.
And remember, social media has to be treated as a plural word in this instance. So social media have or social media are. You have to treat it as a plural because you're not talking about one thing. You're talking about various types of social
where you-
media.
Social media have several
So-
effects.
Where you have the answer, yeah. So we have right there. Have several effects.
Look at her thesis and tell me if anything needs to be corrected.
That again supposed to change the off. Effects off.
And change has to have.
Sir, there shouldn't be any have.
Remove the have.
You shouldn't have
So
any have. So
people-
social media on parenting in the USA in the 21st century.
So for the others, change have to off.
Are you guys helping her? Please help her.
Okay. Yeah, decreasing the level of everyday parental engagement is one of the effects of social media. It's one of the effects of it's one of the effects of
Take
social
out the
media.
have
The off
again.
after effects. Take out the have, and there should be an off after effects. So decreasing the level of everyday parental engagement is one of the effects of social media on parenting. Good evening. Increasing internet addiction is another effect. It's another effect of social media. You take out the has on parenting in the 21st century. Sleep deprivation is the final effect of social media. So take out the that. It's the final effect of social media on parenting here.
Is that okay now?
I don't understand the last point. The last subclaim, I don't understand the sleep deprivation. I don't understand it. Can you explain?
Sir, social media deprive you of sleep. You get less sleep because of social media, being on social media constantly.
Please listen. You're not listen to my question. What is the focus of the paper? The focus of the paper is not social media affecting you, the individual. The paper is talking about the effects of social media on parenting in the USA in the 21st century. It has nothing to do with you or me. All right, that's why I ask you.
Okay. Yeah, I got that.
Right, so that's why I'm asking you. Just explain the last one to me because I don't understand it. In the context of the focus of the paper. Remember, the paper says it's looking at the effects of social media on parenting in the USA in the 21st century. So I don't understand the last one. So I'm just asking for you to explain. It could be that my interpretation is wrong, so just explain to me.
I think sleep deprivation has to do with the children and how the parents deal with them because of their lack of sleep. They could be hyperactive or they could be luggy or something that's causing the parents stress.
And you get all of that by the phrase sleep deprivation? I don't get all of that. And first of all, in your response to me, you never mentioned social media. And that's what the paper is about. And I can tell you that if it is not clear in the topic sentence, by the time we get to you building out the idea, you're going to have problems because it's not clear. All right. So my recommendation is that you change the third subclaim. Change the third subclaim because it's not clear there. All right. All right. Thanks very much. Work on improving the last one. Stop sharing, please. Hello, can you stop sharing, please? Give me 1 sec. All right. Shanika Thompson, was that you shared a while ago? I don't remember. I think I
No,
called it.
sir, it's Kenny Anderson.
I think I called that name already as well. Santana Davis, go ahead for me. Santana Davis.
Yes, sir. Give me a minute, please.
All right, while Miss Davis is getting trying to ring up her screen, let's just move on. Rochelle Abrams Stewart. Oh, she just brought it up. I'm not understanding why she took down the Christ. I didn't even get a chance.
No, it did unmute, sir. Sorry. Hold on. I'll put it up back.
All right, can you guys just read for me and comment? Read and comment for me, please.
Wait, want to stand up? All right, no problem.
Any comments? Any comments, people? Any comments?
So it's reducing family time. So
What about the second subclaim?
Is it that the psychological well-being of the child has nothing to do with parenting, as is stated?
Are you asking me a question?
Yes.
No, that's not your job. That's my job. I ask a question, so it's for you to comment whether or not you understand or not understand. That's not your job. You're not going to question me. I am asking you and the rest of the class, look at the second subclaim. Is it okay or is it not? Do not direct any questions my way. And somebody correctly said reducing family time. So I'm asking about the second subclaim. Is it okay or is it not?
No, it's not okay, sir. It's, that one is dealing with the child and not the parents.
Is it phrased
but
properly?
I think it's the phrase, sir, because the parenting, it does affect the psychological well-being of a child. So I think the phrase, we need to fix the phrase. That's what I think.
Okay. What about the third subclaim?
Physically present but emotionally distant.
Talk to me. What about the third subclaim?
I like the third one, because when social media, you're so connected to it. I mean, you and your child could be sitting together, but
it's not academic writing.
okay.
It sounds like a slogan. You don't write like that in the academy. All right, for an expository paper. I know I haven't taught you that yet, but I'm just letting you know that you can't write like that in the academy. It has to be crystal clear. So when, for example, you say reducing family time, we know exactly what you mean. We know exactly what you mean, all right? But physically present but emotionally distant. I don't know what that means.
How about creating fame-hungry kids?
I would not say you'd have to find a way of creating fame hungry. The fame hungry makes it metaphorical, and I would say probably creating attention seeking children, not even kids. Kids is informal. Creating attention seeking children.
Okay.
But remember, you have to be careful, that, well, you have to link that to the whole notion of what? Parenting. Because remember, you can't forget the narrow topic, and it's narrowed topic. So you have to remember that the paper is about effects of social media on parenting. So creating attention-seeking children, nothing is wrong with that. It's just that you have to bear in mind that that is what you're writing about. All right. So at least you can correct, at least you got another one.
Okay.
Right, you got another one. So this, you just need to fix one of the two, the psychological well-being and or the physical present but emotionally distant. That part needs fixing. All right, thanks everybody. Let me just say, I think my tone a while ago was a little bit off. So my apologies to the students who I spoke about the whole question, but in all seriousness though, when a lecturer asks a question, you don't direct back a question to the lecturer. It's your job as students generally to answer the question, all right? There are more than, well, we have about 26, 25 students in the class now. So there are more than enough heads and brains here to respond to the question. So I meant no offense. All right, you'll get used to my rhythm. I'm kind of miserable sometimes. It's genetic. But just remember not to direct questions to me when I ask you questions, all right? Of course, you can ask me questions, but when I ask you a specific question about something, you don't change what I'm asking. You don't answer me by asking me another question, all right? Where are we? Tajay Green, go ahead for me. Tajay Green. All right. Rochelle Abrams Stewart. Right. All right, so the impacts of cyber war. Was it one word? Click on it. Let me see why I didn't put red underneath it. Let me see what they are suggesting. It's two different words. Hyphenate it, because you're really treating it as one word. Yeah, because you're treating it as one word. The impacts of cyber war on countries involved. First of all, tell us what is your understanding of cyber war?
Okay, so cyber war is the attack. One moment, I'm echoing. Cyber war is the attack on a nation's computer system or any company computer system or computer software by hackers.
So where you get this loss of life and where you get that madness from? Loss of life, I don't understand that.
Sir, it's not madness. Some people actually lose their life because of cyber warfare. Some people's credentials were damaged. We basically found a whole research on persons that lost their life due to cyber war.
Well, clearly my own understanding of the topic is limited, but you are going to ensure that you know what you're doing. If you say loss of life, all right, fine, I'm not fighting it. If you say that you find information about it, all right, fair enough. Some impacts of cyber. And then the issue I'm having, could you mute your mic, please? The issue I'm having is that it doesn't reflect countries involved. That part is lost in the subclaims. I don't know if you, so I see, for example, I can see the falling stock prices. I can see that because that has an implication for all the countries that are involved. But I'm not seeing countries involved in terms of financial loss, and financial loss and falling stock prices are kind of saying the same thing in a different way. And I'm not sure I'm seeing this whole notion of countries involved. Can you explain that part of it for me? Rashidia Smith, I don't know if you're in that group and want to speak. I see you raise your hand.
No, sir, I'm not in that group. I just logged in from work, so I would like to present next if you haven't passed our group as yet, which is Rashidia and Shanika Thompson.
Okay, just remind me. I might not have reached your name yet.
Okay, sir.
All right. So, Rochelle, I don't know if you see what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, sir. So make it more country related. So as for now,
exactly.
It's generally to make it more
there you go. Exactly. Because it says countries involved. That I am not seeing. So when I see, for example, falling stock prices, I can see that in terms of countries involved. Probably something like that with the intelligence or something like that. Because I have watched several, you have a lot of cyber wars between, for example, Iran and Israel, the United States And exactly, Russia and United States against Russia. So if you go to those news reports, you'll get and there's a lot of research on this. There's a whole range of research on it. So but just remember the part that says countries involved. That is the part that you have to be mindful of as well, okay?
Okay, sir, I understand more clear.
All right.
Sir.
Yes?
Sir, did I call me out, right? Taji?
Yes, you never ever answer Taji.
No. Sir, before never log on. That's why.
Okay, so did you your group presented already?
Sir, you know, so I never get placed in our group, but I did the assignment.
All right, so so thanks very much. Is it Mrs. Abrams? Rochelle, can you stop sharing for me, please? Is she there? Rochelle, we can't do
Yes,
anything.
I'm trying.
Okay.
It's close and I'm trying.
How is it that you were not placed in a group? Mr. Green, I don't understand that.
Sir, I got bumped off the class.
Oh, okay.
I am not in a group now, sir. Me get bumped off too. Want me to do something?
But Dixon, weren't you here? But you have always been at the class, Dave.
Yeah, but this week me now our next group, the next week me now our next group. I don't know.
No, stick to no. So nobody will do an individual paper. The class is too big. I can't mark so many papers. That's why I put you in groups. All right.
Sir, but I was I joined the group with Miss Brown, Dejan Brown.
Yeah, but it's your duty to keep in touch with them and all. Remember, I'm not going to come into the politics of who is in group and who is not in. So you have to, once you say that you're in a group and you work with persons, you take their numbers, and then you communicate with them outside of the class. All right. So
yes, sir. I didn't get to communicate with them though, sir.
Right.
But I did something. So I don't know if I want to view it.
Yeah, I look at it, but what is going to probably happen then? You and Dave and probably anybody else who's not in a group are going to work together. Because I don't want.
Yes, no, sir, I'm in a group with Miss Brown. That means I'm in a group with Miss Brown already, Dejan Brown, but I never get to work with them. So I just did something on my own.
All right. Miss Brown, can you speak? Can you attest to that? Is he in the group?
Yes, sir, but I didn't get a chance to reach out to him. So me and Santana. So it's me, Santana, and Green.
Okay, all right, fair enough. All right, so that means Agree they don't need to show me anything, all right? Because the group presented already. You just need to keep in touch with them.
Yeah, but sir, I'm still kind of want you check this.
All right, go ahead, sir.
All right.
And Dave, you can go next, okay? Right after he goes.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Yes. Mr. Green, I was just about to ask if you're going to wait until Jesus come back before you share the screen. All right, let's see what you have. Go from we have to see from your broad topic. We have to track it from there. Go all the way up. Just scroll up, yes. Can you increase it to 100? It's 77. Let's increase it to 100 so that we can all see our issues in religion, the rules of the church. All right, so the first issue you're having is that you have to choose, is when there's a slash, you have to choose either economic or social.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that, sir.
Yes, so I don't have to read anything else because he didn't choose one.
Sir, so that was something that was made aware in class?
Yes, sir. That's why you need to come to class and don't bump off.
Sir, so at least check the topic sentences now.
But they can't be correct because you're trying to write about two different things. You can only write about one. Is either you're looking at social development or you're looking at economic development. All right, let me entertain you. Go back up for me. What are the roles of the church? So the question, you understand how to write the question. There are many roles of the church. You understand the answer. You kind of understand the thesis as well, somewhat. Right, so you kind of understand it, all right? And the church kind of play a bigger role than that, but anyhow. Yes, sir. So you understand what to do. Tashi, me don't read. Share the screen for me now, Lord Jesus. I don't read. All right, go ahead, Dave. Let's see what you have.
Okay, sir.
You want to share today, Dave?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, just checking. Mr. Simpson, what's happening? You're not sharing.
Yes, sir. The computer, I'm on the store, man. Yeah.
While Dave is trying to find his share button, you guys have been paying attention to what has happened what transpired in Montego Bay?
Are you talking about the cult pastor?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the cult movement. What are your thoughts? Dave, we're still waiting on you, Dave. We're just buying time.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts, guys?
Sure, but honestly, I really actually probably wasn't that surprised because it is like in mostly every parish, because I've seen it before, but it's just that this one just get to go public. But it's not, it really actually didn't came as a surprise to me.
Okay.
Sure. Well, based on the job that I do in law enforcement, this is no surprise to me. There is a lot of things in the underground of Jamaica that is way more worse than that. So it is no surprise.
Well, one of my very, 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 very close friends, I actually used to teach him. I used to mentor him. Then he became a student of mine. Then he, did all his degrees and all of that. He's a police officer as well. And he made the same statement. He said to me, he actually dropped me, well, I shouldn't tell you guys this now, that I'm not in the country. All right. He actually said to me that as a police officer, trust me, he has seen a lot. Dave, why are we seeing Excelsior page? What is wrong with Dave, though, Jesus? Why are we seeing the website? The website is a presentation?
No,
You should have
sir, I
typed
didn't
it up.
send it.
You're
Alright.
supposed to type it. Is it in your email? Is it in your email, Dave? Mr. Simpson? Mr. Simpson, are you hearing me? I see your cursor moving.
Yes, sir.
Where's the actual document? Where do you save it? On your desktop, in your email, or what?
In my desktop, sir.
So why you can't find it on your SharePoint? So why you bring up Excelsior website? Yeah, so he was saying to me that it's actually that is not surprising, a lot of things. And I think Kevon actually echoes what he says in terms of there's a whole range of things happening in Jamaica. And it's not unique to Jamaica, actually. It happens all over the world where people are, doing all kinds of crazy things. I remember some years ago, I was driving and I was in traffic and I looked across and I saw a vehicle with 1, 2, 3 men, 4 men and a girl. And for some strange reason, I kept staring and the girl looked at me and just mouthed, "Call the police, please." She never shouted, she never did anything. She just said, "Call the police, please." And one of the guys turned his head because he didn't see what she was doing. He turned his head and mouthed, the Jamaican, "Go whatever your mother." But he didn't shout either. No. He did exactly like how she did it. And I waited until the car drove off. Then I took the license plate number and I called my friend who is a police. I don't call 119 because they sometimes asking all kind of questions. They're interrogating you as if you are the criminal. So I don't want to call them. I just call a good friend of mine and said, here, what? This is the information I just got, and this is what is happening, and this is the car. If you want, you can pass it on to all the relevant persons. So a lot is happening in Jamaica. It's really unfortunate, especially for people who are poor and impressionable. Some of these religious people, that's who they target, and they feel all kinds of spirit, and they target very vulnerable, especially women, single women actually, target them, and because they're very
You seen it now,
vulnerable.
sir?
We're
You see
not
it now,
seeing
sir?
anything there. No, if I was seeing it, I would be talking, you know.
But
We're not seeing
sir,
any. Yes.
it just goes to show that many persons are deceived easily.
Very, very, you're so correct. Very, very. I was, I say, first of all, somebody, you can see that something is wrong with this person. If he is in a pool and he needs an umbrella over him, his birthday party becomes this big thing. And I'm saying the congregants did not look at the kind of house he was living in. And I'm like, you are giving your money to a pastor while you're poor and can barely pay your way. And
Sir,
he's
I
living
put
a
it
lavish.
in a
WhatsApp group?
Sir, he's not the
yes,
only
group. I put it in a
pastor.
WhatsApp group. Can
Okay.
share it in a WhatsApp group for me, please?
Yes. And you're correct. He's not the only pastor as well. He's not the only pastor. There are several pastors who are like that. Several
But sir, they
pastors.
said that a couple men live with him in the house. That's a part of the congregation as well. And them say, like persons who want to leave, him normally scandal them name and say how them try to kill him.
Sir, in a WhatsApp group, I can share it, please.
Yes, Dave, I heard you. May I listen story?
Okay,
Sir,
okay.
you know,
Yes.
even one of the ladies that was in the same cult thing, she was going to remove her mother and her son from her life insurance and put the
She
pastor
actually
name.
did.
I heard she
Yeah.
did though. I heard she did.
See, she actually did remove
And
her
he
son
got
and her
caught.
mother.
He got caught though.
Yeah, and put the pastor as a beneficiary. So I'm
But
like,
even the
what kind of
person that was
influence does that pastor actually have on some? I'm like,
But
Right.
even somebody was doing
Dave,
the
email it to me
sacrificial
because we
thing
can't see
so
it.
that
We
they
can't
could
see it
get
that
a
way. Here,
new
Dave,
kidney.
email it to me.
Jesus
You heard me, Dave?
Christ, what are you doing?
Dave, you heard me?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna email it to you. Thanks.
Yeah, email it to me, yes, and I'll share
Okay.
it because what you did a screenshot, but the quality is not so good, so we're not going to see it very clearly. I can see it clearly, but they're not going to see it clearly.
Okay, sir. All right, no problem. I'm gonna do that.
All right, yeah, man. Yeah, it's really sad. And I'm saying you cut the woman's throat, and I'm saying, how can you be in the church, see some? I'm not Christian. I'm actually very a-religious. A-religious meaning that I don't follow any religion, and I don't, go down this church road of feeling Jesus and all that. But at the end of the day, I respect people's right to do that. And I was even having a discussion with a friend of mine who was saying, but it's a part of Christianity. And I said, no, in fairness to Christianity, it is not a part of Christianity. That is a kind of radical interpretation of the Bible or of Christianity, just like with the same thing with Islam, where you have these radical terrorists who, in the name of quote unquote religion, kill people. I said, as Christianity is not perfect. I am not Christian. I'm irreligious. But at the end of the day, in my years of going to church, I have never seen where a pastor has asked for anybody to be killed. Never. Not the church that I used to go to, or not the churches that I know. Even the churches that I don't go to. I know about Jehovah's Witness. I know about Seventh-day Adventists. I know about Pentecostal, Roman Catholic. I've never heard any of them say kill anybody. So I said to the person, in fairness, that is not a part of Christianity. That is some self-indulgent person who has some kind of psychological problem using the church. And I'm saying, and just by looking at him could have never preached to me. I would not be the person for him to preach to, because I'm very feisty, very, very feisty. So I would be the first, and once you bring in money argument, tell me if I must give you my money, you're crazy. That's not going to happen. I used to be an Adventist, and I don't have a problem with Adventism because I understand the structure of the church and the work the church has done. And, of course, people are using this as an opportunity to bash the church generally, which is unfair, because there are many churches that are doing a significant work in many communities across Jamaica. And I say to people, don't forget that. There are many churches in many communities. They open schools. They have feeding programs. I remember when I was an Adventist, we used to bringing medical doctors because the community, most of the persons could not access healthcare. We had summer camp, we had summer school, and trust me, it was fun for the kids, even for myself, because I grew up in Tivoli. And if it wasn't for the church, I wouldn't have gone on beach trips and hiking and camp. It was the church that really exposed me to all of that. And even in high school, I went to Tivoli High. And the first time I took 6 I got only 2 subjects. And I was wondering what was wrong. I realized that I wasn't studying. And my church friends, we said, here, what? Let's come together. And we all studied, and all of us now are professionals, medical doctors, engineers, computer scientists, lecturers, writers. I think the exception of one person, only one person is not where we are, but married somebody married somebody who is where we are. So the church has done tremendous work in Jamaica. It's really unfortunate that somebody of that ilk would go and cause doubt on the church. Anyways, enough of that. All right, so you have sent it, Dave. So while I soon share it, but let's just continue. Let me go from the top now. Anika, go ahead for me. All right, so we have to see your broad topic, narrow topic, parenting in the 20. Why are so many people doing this topic? I like this. This is a very interesting narrowed. So add the ED for me. A narrow topic, the benefits associated with tiger mom parenting in America. Can you tell us what you mean by tiger mom?
Sir, this is essentially basically strict parenting, so it have a very strict nature.
Okay. Just wanted your audience to know what it means because all right, so the benefits associated with tiger mom parenting in America. What are some of the benefits? There are many benefits that come with no, hold on. What are some of the benefits associated with tiger mom parenting? Is the answer correct, people, or does it need look at the question and the answer and see if there is need for revision?
Yes, sir. I don't think you should start with this.
What can you give them the answer for me? Because they don't even have tiger mom parenting in the answer, and that is what the focus is.
There are many benefits associated. Wait, sir.
Yes, you're correct. You're correct.
Okay.
You're correct.
Okay, benefit associated with tiger mom parenting in America.
Right. So there are
Take
many
out
benefits.
Repeat that for me.
There are many benefits associated with tiger mom parenting in America.
Yes. All right.
For the
So we know that the thesis needs serious revision, right? And we're seeing a capital letter in the middle of the thesis, and it's not a proper noun. I'm not sure why allows. Right.
Yeah.
All right, so go back up to your let me just see your answer. Right, I just need to see
answer need a little tweaking.
The answer or the thesis?
The thesis, sir, the thesis.
Can you help them to fix it? That would be nice.
The first part where you said this parenting style, I think you can take that out. Right. So you make the T capital now. So teaches the children self-discipline, allows the.
So it has to be, what did I say? It has to be what type of verb?
Continue.
Continuous.
So teach, continuous. So teaching.
Right. Teaching. Teaching.
Ing.
So you need to choose either children or a child. You need to choose either children or child. It has to be children, Lord Jesus. Yes.
Sir, so that means it should be allowing the child as well?
Would it be child?
Or children, allowing the children to develop, sorry.
And you can't have the before children in both the
Allowing
subclaims.
children to develop.
Right. It's the same thing for the first subclaim.
And the last one as well.
It's too long about this motivated and goal-driven knowledge. That's too long. You shouldn't have and in a subclaim. Never ever have that word and in a subclaim. So this third subclaim needs revision.
Yes, sir. So I'll revise the third one.
You're going to revise the topic sentences too, because clearly the revision that you did in the thesis now has to be reflected in the topic sentences, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so thanks, guys. Thanks for sharing. Is Brittany Smith in that group? Brittany Smith, are you in that?
I'm not in that group, sir.
All right, go ahead for me.
I sent it, sir.
Oh, yes. Go ahead for me, Brittany, while I'm looking for Dave's work.
Okay, hold on, sir.
Britannia already shared.
Right.
Oh, okay. Shannon already shared.
Okay, all right. All right, let me share what Dave has here. Share screen. All right, so you guys can start helping Dave. Issues in religion. Is the question phrased correctly?
No, sir. So we could say, what are some of the roles Christianity play in the development of education in Jamaica?
So what are some of
the roles, and then you take out those.
Would you use play and play is not in the narrow topic?
What are some of the roles of Christianity
in?
All right, look at the answer now. Is the answer correct based on the revision of the question?
No.
Talk to me.
Sir, would you say Christianity have many roles in the development of education in Jamaica?
Say that again.
Christianity
has
many roles, right, in the development of education in Jamaica.
All right, is the thesis okay? And first of all, we're seeing a full stop and the thesis must be one sentence. So the thesis needs revision. You can't have any contraction as well. Not in academic writing. All right. Dave, take a picture because let me just screenshot this thing because I'm not emailing about this thing.
No problem, I'm gonna do that.
Let me put it in the WhatsApp group for you so that you can have access to it, and then you can do the typing in terms of the edits.
Thanks, sir.
All right, desktop. Let me move this thing here. That's not it. Yes, here it is. All right. Okay, let's go to see. Shanae, go ahead for me.
Thanks, sir.
Welcome. Shanae, go ahead for me. Shanae Nugent, go ahead for me. Not sure she's in the class. Cloven Daniels, go ahead for me.
1 minute, sir.
All right, so effects of logic scanning. All right, it's not bad. It's just that the thesis needs a little tweaking in terms of how the words are expressed. So let's look at the topic sentences now. Reduction in the number of tourist visits is one, I think. So losses in the number of overseas investment in the tourism industry. That's how you should phrase it, okay? Because they have investors investing, that's redundant. Being stigmatized. You got that, Cloven? And your group members, got that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, you can stop sharing.
Yeah, thank you.
I think Janice. Janice, can you present for me? Share a screen for me. You or your group members. What's happening? I'm not sure what's happening.
Sir, can we go ahead in the meantime and you give us a
Yes,
review?
go ahead. Yes, go ahead, please. All right, the impact of cyber warfare on countries involved, or remove the full stop at the end of in the narrow topic.
At the end?
Narrow topic.
Oh, sorry.
Narrowed topic. All right, talk to me, guys. What about your answer? Is the answer correct?
There, I think you could say there are many impacts of cyberware on countries involved. What?
Cyberware?
Cyber
warfare. Sorry.
All right, so please correct.
Answer. Is the answer? The answer.
Is
It's
she
again
listening?
The answer, Rashida, the answer, not the thesis. Off. On countries involved. No, Rashida, take out impact countries. So there are many impacts of cyber warfare on countries involved. So take out the impact right there because you already put it before.
On the countries or on countries?
On countries involved. You look like you have an extra space between on and countries.
Thanks.
All right, just look at your thesis and tell me if it's okay. Based on the answer, the revised answer.
Okay, so for the thesis, right? If for the where you say are just a few issues faced but are not limited, you can remove that, and you can say
remove where? From where to where?
where you said just a few issues faced.
Miss Brown, your background is noisy.
Yeah. All right.
So are some of the impacts. Let's go. All right, look at the individual subclaims for me, guys, and tell me if they're okay.
You can take out major, one of the impact. So for the second one is reputation is another. So take out also and says is another impact. No, the second one, Rashida, the second topic. So it should be business reputation is another impact.
Is the thesis
Right
okay?
over there, right over there.
Someone say something?
Is the thesis okay?
Sir, I would say yes, sir, but you're reviewing it, so I'm here to take
No,
corrections.
we are reviewing it, the entire class, not just me. You can't have or in the thesis. You can't have the word or in the thesis.
Sure.
You have to choose one of the two.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. She could say disclosing or leaking, one out of the two.
You can just say leaking political information. You don't need to say it to the public. And I would probably say leaking classified intelligence or something like that. But you don't have to say what I say. I'm just thinking. So stealing information of Western companies. I would say stealing information of international companies. Well, let it say for Western companies, but I don't understand after companies, they're spoiling businesses' reputation. I don't understand that part.
Yeah, I think she could remove that part because it seems like she's giving 4 impact.
Is either going to say malware virus or I don't know. In cyber war, there's something called malicious virus in cyber war.
Sir,
Same as malware.
malicious attack.
It can be categorized under malware. Take a virus.
So malware is not virus.
Sir, it's a
They don't
virus.
usually say malware, but they don't usually put a virus. Just when in what I'm reading, they just have malware, which is significant of a virus.
All right, so I suggest
So like malware and ransomware and phishing and so forth, sir.
let me just Google. I usually malware meaning. All right, then I go. So, and that means the office not needed. Because it's unknown. Okay.
Sir, are some the impacts, I think, right there?
Yeah, still are, you know, said to be some of the impacts. So leaking political information, stealing information of Western companies, and spreading malware
is the final or is the last.
Yes, help her with the topic sentences, please.
Leaking
The
political.
malware is the
In the
final.
third is the final. Spreading malware is the final impact.
And I would say, instead of saying leaking political information, I would say leaking classified intelligence. No, let it stay, let it stay, let it stay. Let me not give you my term because I understand it. You don't. All right, so it's okay now, relatively okay now, all right?
Thanks, sir. Thanks, everyone.
Not the first topic, sir.
Say that again?
Sir, I'm saying the first topic.
I'm not understanding what you mean by the first topic.
Sir, go ahead. Sorry, I was looking at something else. Sorry.
Okay. All right, thanks, guys. Stop sharing. There was somebody who said that she was finding the document to share or something of the sort. Go ahead for me. All right, we're not going to fight. But Kevin, I've never seen you share anything in the class. Hold on. Kevin has never shared anything in the class. Are you working in a
He's
group?
a part of our group, sir.
Kevin, sir.
Anika and Kimani.
Next time he's the speaker.
Sir, the first presentation of me share it, sir.
But you never talk. You
Yes,
just
sir, I
share.
did.
All right, next time you're the speaker.
Okay, sir.
Yes. I think done it, your group presented already. I think so. I don't remember. I'm just trying to check. Yes. All right. Can you raise your hand if you have not presented? Because I think I've done all the groups. All right. So I'm seeing Norman. Go ahead, Norman. And Octavia. So Norman first, then Octavia. Remember, no individual paper. All right, effects of lottery scamming. What are the effects of lottery scamming on Jamaica? There are several effects. Low confidence. It's relatively okay. I think some little tweaking can. Let me hear what you guys think. Look at the thesis. Everything is okay. But look at the thesis. Is there everything okay in the thesis?
Sir, is it low confidence by international partners?
What's your recommendation?
I'll say from international partners.
Let's
I don't know
ask.
if it's correct, but I'm asking.
Can you say to us what are you thinking in terms of that one?
Could I say international partners have the perception of the country as an unsafe job destination?
No, that's too long. He's trying to be succinct. All right, let it stay for now. It's not a major thing. It's something that can be corrected. Well, I think I know where you're going. It's just the phrasing a little bit off, but I haven't thought about it yet. So no confidence. So
Sorry, it has to do with like investments.
No, man, I know that's where you're going, man. Yeah, and it's a kind of investment economic terminology when they talk about low confidence. In other words, if they have low confidence, that it means that they are not going to engage Jamaica in terms of building hotels, or I think
Right,
that's where
they're
you're
not
going,
going to
right?
invest in your country.
Exactly. So they don't want to
Yeah,
do any
they're gonna
hotels,
invest
private jets won't come in, and things like that. So that was where I was thinking. All right, so Norman, you're working with some bodies.
Yes, sir. Marsha and hold on, let me tell her.
Okay, once you're working with people, that's okay.
Okay, sir.
All right, stop sharing for me. Thanks. There was another hand. I don't remember the name. Go ahead for me, share screen. This class is quick. The other class, this class is really quick. You guys are getting it very quickly. That's very good. The other class is not as quick. All right, the roles of men in the 21st century Caribbean families. There are various roles of men. All right, talk to me, guys. Let's look at the thesis. Talk to me about the thesis.
Sir, I think in the roles that he listed last, he could have listed them first and then say our various roles of men in the 21st century Caribbean families. That's my take.
I just think the subclaims they're not properly phrased. When you say assuming different roles, I don't know I don't know what that means. Authoritative figure, there's something missing there. So the first one has a continuous verb, the second one doesn't, the third one doesn't. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4 subclaims, because breadwinner is not the same thing as protector. They are two different things. All right, so I would revise some of the subclaims. They need revision. All right, got that, Octavia?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I think we have all commented. Have we all commented? Any group or person left to comment? All right, so no. So this is the homework now, and class is not finished, but I'm just telling what the homework is. So I have already introduced you to APA style. What you're going to do for me now, you're going to find one source for each of your topic sentence. All right, so at least one source that you can use to support your topic sentence. One source for at least one of your topic sentence. Everybody understands that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What are the types of sources that I told you you are supposed to focus on for this course? Let me see.
Book,
Magazine, yes.
newspaper,
Journals,
web journal, web page.
Authored web page, right. So it means that for the homework, you're doing one of each. So it can't be that the sources are all 3 books. It can't be that the sources are all journals. So if you choose, let's just say your topic sentence number 1, you choose a book. Then topic sentence number 2, you can't choose a book. You have to choose a different type of source. And the same goes for topic sentence number 3. Understand?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So you're saying that find one source for each
of your topic sentence, right?
Of the topic sentence. All right, thanks, sir.
Yes. So I think I had an example, the same example that I'm always using in class. Let me just locate it. Come on, 2022. Where would I have saved it? Under another topic? No, APA. No. All right. And I am telling you. All right. Didn't I save the one I did with the students last night? Where's that one? Was it on this? No, it wouldn't have been on this. This is our APA document. Are you telling me I didn't save it after we did so much work? Oh, Lord. No, man. That's not true. Where did I save it? That's the problem. Seems as if I didn't save it, my lord. All right, so let's I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you something. What didn't I? All right, hold on, let me look in the WhatsApp group. It seems as if I didn't save the thing, which is unfortunate. Let me, are you telling me I didn't save this? Copy image, because I'm not rewriting anything. All right, let's go here. Can I paste? Where's my image? Paste. All right, so there's no image. All right, give me 1 sec, guys. I'm trying to do this thing in a very quick way. Save image as. Okay. I thought I saved the thing last night, but apparently I didn't, because I'm not rewriting this thing here. It's too much work. Insert picture. Convert. Can I? Oh, photo browser from file. No, that's not it. Come on. No, that's not it either. I should have saved this, but I didn't. All right, so I'm going to share a screen. I should have saved something, but I did not, unfortunately. Are we seeing this?
Yes, sir.
All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to go like this. You're going to write the word references. References. Right? And then you document your sources under. So you're going to have your all of this up here, and you have your topic sentences here. Then you're going to write references here, and then you're going to document the sources. All right, so let's do one together. We're going to do one together. So we're going to actually find a source of one of them. All right. Which one of the topic sentences you want us to do together? We have 3. This is a picture because I thought I saved the doc, put save, but it wasn't saved. So I just inserted the image inside of it. So are we doing topic sentence number 1 or number 2, or which one are we doing? Number 2?
Yeah, let's give that a shot.
All right, so it says contributing to critical thinking among family members is another way in which fathers are important to the development of. Okay, so let's stop sharing here and let's go into Google. So I'm going to share screen again, and we are going to search. How are you seeing my screen?
Yes, sir.
Fathers develop the critical thinking skills in a child. Let's see what comes up. Here's a source. Let's see. Check to see if it's. Source. Let's see this.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I'm sorry I couldn't get a response to you. The earphone was in my ear the whole time, so I was wondering what was the problem.
Okay.
Sir, if I get to present my own the group members.
Can
Sir,
you hold on, please? Hold on, hold on. We're in the middle of something and you're disturbing my thought. I don't like the source because it looks childlike. Would you agree with me? It looks a little bit childlike. And we're not sure if it's an authored web page or what. I don't like the source. It's giving us some good information. Let's see this one that says psychologytoday.com. That might be a good one. All right, let's see who the author is. The credentials of the author is a founder of learning agency and a senior fellow at the Center for America. He's the author of author. Let's look him up first. Or senior fellow, that means he's an academic. Or he's an expert on learning. All right, so we can, are you seeing this, guys?
Yes, sir.
Right,
Yes,
so
sir.
he says, oh, parents can teach kids critical thinking. All right, he says parents, father is a parent, so we can say the same, right? Swarms the public. Let's just glance through to see if he's saying vertical. The stakes are high, starting young. So although many people, parents and educators should actually devote attention to young age, of course, necessitated starting teaching children 4 years old, high logic. Most important thing for at young age is what researchers call metacognition, awareness of one's own thinking and thought process. Think more, identify errors in their thinking patterns and recognize their own limitations. Here are some good ways to foster habits of habits and mind. All right, so can we use this? You think we can use this source?
Why not, sir?
Don't say why not. Don't say why not. We can use it because one, Ulrich Boser, if that's how he pronounces his name, is an expert in the area, and the content in the article is relevant to what we are researching about, because it speaks about encourage kids' curiosity by asking them lots of questions, encourage active reading by discussing and reflecting on books and asking children to analyze different characters, thoughts, and attitudes. So you can ask if children like, for example, what are some of the things that children like to watch, or some of their favorite characters on TV?
Ben 10.
Okay, things like that. I don't even know what the hell that is. Sesame Street would be the thing that I'll go to. So this could be used. All right, so what information we need? So first of all, what type of source is this? Do we know what type of source it is? Let's see. Psychology Today. Oh, it's Canada. Usually they tell us, no, that's not what we want today. Find a therapist. Get Help magazine. So it is a magazine, right? Are you realizing it's a magazine? Hello, people, talk to me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, so write down the information for me, all the information that we will need, and then we're going to document it. All right. Then we're going to write it. Finish writing down the information. Remember, you need the name and the date and the title and all of that. It is a magazine. Finish writing down the information? Are we ready to document this source? Talk to me, guys. Hello.
Yes, sir, we can start.
All right, so let's go back. Let's share screen. And remember now, you're telling me what to write. So talk to me. Remember, it's last name done in alphabetical order. Let's double space. Remember, we say we double space, yes. We say hanging as well. All right, so tell me what to write.
Sir, his last name is Bowser. So last name, comma, U, the initial of his first name. Full stop.
Full stop.
Open bracket. 2020.
2020?
2020.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. 20.
Comma.
February.
20.
February.
The 21. February 21. Close bracket.
Close bracket.
Open. Yeah.
stop.
Full stop.
Stop.
So that how parents
How parents
can teach kids
critical thinking.
critical thinking.
Full stop.
Full stop, sir. Then the name of the
magazine.
sir
Psychology Today.
Psychology, yeah. Psychology.
I'm listening.
Sir, the name of the it must italize.
Full stop first.
Full stop. Full stop, sir.
Yes, then.
Italicize it.
Italicize
the name of it.
Italicize, yes.
So that's it, sir. So you must say retrieved.
Oh, where's the retrieved from? Retrieved from.
So retrieved from.
Comma.
The URL.
All right, so let me go to the URL. Let me just copy the URL. Copy. What's wrong with this goddamn thing? References must be in the middle, and it must be on a page by itself. All right, so we have this. So are we okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So time allows for us to look for another one. So let's do number 1. Providing emotional stability. So let's look for a source of that one, right? Quickly. Okay, let's share screen again. Go here. So let's go back to Google. Let's clear this out. Are you seeing my screen, Google?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we just did a newspaper. No, we just did a magazine.
Magazine.
So book on parents providing, no, it's fathers we say, right? Black fathers, actually. Black fathers providing emotional what? Stability? Is it stability? In child or children. Let's see what comes up. All right, the myth of the missing father. All right, so we have this. Let's just see if this is relevant to what we want, but we're not able to read. We see that this looks like this is a book, right, people? We realize that this is a book, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is a book. Is it an edited book? Let me just check. The missing. All right, so would we use this? And if it's a book, we would have to choose a chapter. In the interest of time, we probably can just choose anyone. But let's see, find one that is. No, I think the one that's standing in the gap, the kinship care role of the invisible. Or grandfather. We're not right about a grandfather. All right, what about this one? Chapter 10. So we need to write down this information, but I'm going to put it in the chat. And then we would need information about the book here. We can do this, because I know it's almost, and we paste it in the, what time is it? Put it in the WhatsApp group quickly. WhatsApp group, quickly. Okay. No, that's not it. Yes. I don't think it's an edited book. I don't see that there. There's no edition. Is it current 2010? Let's just
No,
see.
sir. Yourself use book at
10
10
years
year
old,
old.
right?
10 years,
A year
sir.
behind.
So let's pretend it was
That
written
would be
in
11 year old,
2020.
sir.
Yeah, let's pretend it's 10.
Okay.
Let's pretend.
Okay, sir.
Not when you're giving me your papers,
Okay,
though.
sir.
No pretending when you're giving me your papers. All right, so let's just quickly see if we can. No, we're not going to get to do it in time, but of course, the second source would be right here, right? So you go here, right? Once you go space, do not space again because it's already double spaced, okay, guys? Watch me. When I put the cursor here and I go like this, do not press the cursor again. Just start typing, okay?
Yes, sir.
Right. All right. That's it. Any question, comments, queries, or concerns?
No, sir.
Sir, can I put the group member in the chat, please, so I can know which group I'm in, please?
I don't know which group you're in, Dave. You have to remember, you have to work that out with your classmates, all right?
All right,
Hey,
sir.
excuse me, sir. Dave, there's 2 members in our group. You want to join our group?
No problem, thanks.
That's
Dave,
Rashida Smith.
you're right. Get the information.
And your name is?
Rashidia Smith, telephone number 789-3724.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
So, sir, this is another group assignment.
No. You're working in the same group, but now you're going to find. Are you new? You're just coming to the class?
Sir, I thought Jay, but I try to clarify what I want, sir.
Okay, so for homework now, you are going to find at least one. You're finding one source for each of your topic sentence. So in other words, you're coming with 3 sources. And when I look at each of the source, it must be relevant to the topic sentence. And it can be 3 books or 3 journals or 3 magazines or 3 authored web pages. Each source, each source must be different. All right.
Yes, sir.
And of course, and it must follow the APA 7th edition format. All right. Have a good night, everybody.
You too, sir. Thanks very much.
Yes, thanks for doing very good work, class. I think this class is really doing a lot of work and I'm impressed. Keep it up.
All right, late night paying off.
Will do, sir.
Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
no one added me to the WhatsApp group, you know. I don't know the works and those stuff. So.
Yeah, but I posted the WhatsApp link in the. You haven't used the WhatsApp the link. That's why I post the link. You know,
I'm telling you that it's not going through for me.
Because you're not doing
That's
properly.
why I put my number in the chat.
I'm not sure who's going to add, you know, because the thing is that you're not doing it properly. Because that's how everybody joined the WhatsApp group.
Abby, I'll send you.
All right, so here somebody's going to help you. Okay, good.